Here we go now.
Good afternoon to my entire Jeunesse Australasia family as I welcome you to our June corporate update. Thank you for tuning in with us this afternoon. I would love to know where you're listening from, so drop us a comment below and leave us a message. Now, I have some very special guests joining me today. Firstly, I'd like to welcome Events and Marketing Manager, Louise Cohen. Welcome to the call, Louise.
Hi, Rachel, and hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Also joining us today is Double Diamond, Lyndon Bienoff. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today, Lyndon. I know you're a very busy man.
Thanks for the invitation. It's great to be here.
Now, before we get started today, I just wanted to let our Victorian Jeunesse family know that you are all in our thoughts during this current lockdown. And please, if there is anything we can do to help along the way, do not hesitate in letting us know. Now, we have just come off the back of our very first Discover Jeunesse events in Melbourne and Sydney, and it was so great to see so many beautiful smiling faces at these events. I can't tell you how much I love getting around to these events and catching up and hearing everyone's stories. It's just, you know, so important to people's business. Now, presenting the opportunity at these events was Double Diamond Lyndon Bienoff. Now, Lyndon has over 30 years experience in this industry and has been with Jeunesse now for a little over 10 years. And 10 years, double digits, hey? Now, one of the many reasons for Lyndon's success with Jeunesse is that he is as active now in being involved in these events and inviting people to these events as he was when he first started with Jeunesse. So I thought today we could, you know, pick his brain for a little bit of information as to, you know, how he's continued to be so successful for such a long period of time, not just in Jeunesse, but in this industry. So, Lyndon, tell us a little bit about the importance of attending and inviting prospects to these events, despite whether you're an executive, an emerald, or even a double diamond.
Thanks, Rachel, and thank you for everything that you and Louise do to support us out in the field, especially over the last year or so, where it's been a little bit more complicated than usual to build a business. Look, with regards to events, quite often the cliche is they're really the lifeblood of the business. And it really is true. And why it's so important to be involved as you possibly can, whether you're a brand new and executive or all the way up to a double diamond, is to really demonstrate to the people you're wanting to build a business relationship with as to your involvement and your commitment. Because really, in the end, when you're wanting to enroll a prospect, an event is a great location to do that because they get a feel for all the people, they get a feel for the atmosphere, they get a feel for the vibe of who Jeunesse is. But ultimately, you're wanting them to make two decisions. That first decision is, does Jeunesse stack up? Are the products fantastic? Is the business a viable business? That's number one. An event is a great place for someone to get that sort of impression. And then secondly, would you be a great business partner to get involved with in Jeunesse? So it's, do they like Jeunesse and do they like you? And you being active and involved, that sends a message as to your commitment. So I've always loved getting involved with events, and quite often, you know, I've prioritized events sometimes, over, other important family commitments I might have, reshuffle those a little bit because, events have been one of the real keys to how my business has been built.
Absolutely. I remember when we were in, I think it was Sydney at our last Discover Jeunesse event, I had the privilege of spending your anniversary with you rather than your wife.
21st wedding anniversary.
Yeah. I think I've spent my last 3 or 4 anniversaries with my Jeunesse family rather than my husband. And, I wouldn't have it any other way because this business and, this lifestyle really becomes a part of your life. So, Lyndon, if you're struggling a little bit with your business at the moment, so let's say, I'm a Ruby, I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. We all know 2020 was a little bit tough. Bringing people into your business, is tough at the moment. Are people open to this opportunity? What advice would you give those struggling distributors in relation to attending these events?
Well, they say, in life, in sport, in a lot of things you do, momentum is everything. And this industry is really you've really got to get in that habit and in that groove, and really 2020 upset the habit. 2020 sort of really upset the groove. It upset that usual work routine that people would be in. So it's important to fight back. It's important to get your mindset back into that business mode, where it is safe and sensible to do so. So getting back involved with events and the usual routine of a successful network marketer is absolutely the most important thing that you can do now. One thing I know is that the pandemic's going to end, and the other thing that I know is that network marketing's not. So getting back into that groove, that habit, that routine is really important.
Absolutely. And the great news there is that, we are continuing to have these events, every 4 to 6 weeks in major capital cities. At the moment, it's Melbourne and Sydney. But as we start opening up in other states, we're looking at Perth, we're looking at Brisbane. So, stay tuned to our pages, our Facebook page, our JBuzz, to make sure you have all of this information to be able to get to these events. Now, Lyndon, would your advice change today for someone you're signing up in relation to attending these events? So let's say you're signing up somebody today. Would your advice change compared to the advice of someone you were signing up 10 years ago?
Look, absolutely not. I think that there are some things that are absolutely fundamental that really don't change, in this industry very much. There are some things that do change. Obviously, technology, social media, things like this can change, from one week to the next. But ultimately, network marketing always was and always will be a relationship industry. And events are a tremendous way for people to connect. And this is probably one thing that's really overlooked very heavily, is the power of that business decision of someone getting involved in Jeunesse is very much based on not only how great the opportunity is, but how strong is the relationship with the sponsor. Do people like you? Do people respect you? Do people see that you're a hard worker? Do people see that you're going to be an advantage to help them? And so, being present at events and encouraging team members to utilize events and to really set that standard is super critical for how well you're going to perform as a networker, but also how well the people that you enroll are also going to perform as well. That character decision of someone wanting to engage in this business is really heavily decided by your example. So, yeah, very core.
Yeah, and what I love to see about being at these events is you see guests come in and they're very reserved. They're kind of looking, what am I getting myself into here? What's this going to be about? And you watch their body language from, the start of that meeting through to the end of that meeting. And it's amazing to see the change because, they're connecting to the presenter. They're connecting to other people in that room. They're feeding off the energy. And it really just shows that, bringing them to these meetings are so important when kicking their business off.
Absolutely. And for someone that's brand new, you know, that it's the reason that they might enroll, being there at that event and really enjoying it. But, you know, a month later, it's a way to really help them get their, you know, business started. You know, they're new, they probably don't have the confidence to present as strongly as what they want, and to know that they can bring along 2, 3, 5, 8 guests to an event that they know really got them excited about Jeunesse is a huge asset.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Lyndon, let's say that I have just signed up with you. I've sat down, I've done my contact list, I've done my goals, I'm ready to run. And my first goal is I'm working towards hitting executive. What would be your best piece of advice for me to get my business started strong and hit my first goal of executive?
Well, you know, if you've developed your list, you know, obviously in the beginning, you're going to be starting with people that you really have a strong connection with.
Absolutely.
Warmest of warm people. And really out of that list, I would really focus on those that you believe have a really strong, genuine entrepreneurial mindset. And so, you know, the very, very beginning, it's important just to make sure before you really unleash yourself on that list that you've, you know, that your confidence is high, you've taken the time to learn enough about the basics about Jeunesse, knowing that you can call on your enroller to help you with those initial conversations. But once you kind of start enrolling a few people and you've got that confidence, then everything's going to happen easier and easier. And the thing that I know that for myself was that when I started, you know, probably the most nervous conversation I ever had was with the first person I spoke about this industry. And then the second conversation was easier, the third was easier, and then after about my 100th conversation, things just kind of happen on autopilot. So everyone has to start somewhere, but once you've got your head and your heart really invested in the opportunity, and you've got a good relationship with your, you know, with your sponsor, and you know the basics about Jeunesse, you've just got to go for it.
Absolutely, I love that. Go for it. You know, and we'll finish off Lyndon there with those last 3 words. So Nike says just do it. Lyndon says go for it. Thank you so much for being with us, Lyndon. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. I know the field love hearing from you. So thanks again.
And I can't wait to be back in Sydney in later this month of June.
Yes, back in Sydney. We've got another event in June. Lyndon will be there. We do have an event scheduled in Melbourne also, but we will play that one by ear. So as I said, keep an eye out on our Facebook and our JBuzz for all of our in-person event dates. See you in Sydney, Lyndon.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Well, we are now into our June promos. We have quite a lot happening at the moment. So one of our very popular products, Nara, we've got a lot of call for people wanting a Nara promo. So here it is. It is the Beauty from the Inside Out pack, and it is available under market specials right now. You get 3 boxes of Nara and 2 boxes of Zen Fit Watermelon, all for 150 Australian dollars. It's an amazing promo, and I know this one is going to be very popular. Collagen products are crazy at the moment. You know, and we have one of the best collagen products, not just in the direct selling space, but, you know, in the collagen space with marine collagen, so trending right now. So make sure you get your hands on this one, the Ignite Your Prepaid promo. Now, this one is actually, it was started on the 25th of May and it's running through to the 5th of June. We had a 10 or 12 days earlier in the month. So popular, we had a lot of people saying, I missed out, can we have it back? So we've kept this one going from the 25th of May through to the 5th of June. If you haven't got your hands on this one, you still have time, which is great. Now, we also have the Shoot for Sapphire continuing at the moment. We know that it started on the 1st of May, and it is the 2-month promo. So it will finish on the 30th of June. at the end of this month. Now, generally our shoot for sapphires are all about the 15,000 PGV and the 6,000 US dollar bonus. But what we done is we sat down, we talked to our core leadership groups, and we looked at every time we run these promos of what we can do to make them better, what we can do to maximize our payouts to our distributors in the field. And what we've done with this one is we've also implemented a 3,000 US dollar bonus with 7,500 PGV. Now, I know all of you should know this information by now. You should have sat down with your team and you should have done the strategizing. You should have trained this through your team. You should have everyone working towards their goal. So I'm just recapping on this information. Obviously, customer service are briefed. If you have any questions or reach out to us, we are here to help and assist in these promos. Now, the rules haven't changed a lot at all. We tend to try and keep the rules the same for consistency through these promos, but this one is, you know, going very, very strong at the moment. We have a lot of people qualifying through the ranks for this one, which is amazing to see. One of the points I just wanted to note is the distributor report in your back office is we've now implemented an opt-in function. So once upon a time when we ran these promos, you would just instantly go into your back office, and whether you were working towards this promo or not, you could see the report in your back office. What we've done is we've implemented the opt-in. So if you are working towards this promo, make sure you go into your back office, opt in, and it will then load all of your information. Now, the reason for this is it just gives us the ability to be able to refresh this report more often throughout the day when we're not running it for every distributor that aren't even working this promo. So if we're concentrating it on our teams that are working this promo, then we can run this report and update it 3 or 4 times a day rather than just the once a day. So more real-time information at your fingertips. So make sure you do opt in for this one. Now, one of the most important things about these promos is to make sure you understand the promotion rules. So if you haven't already, I'm sure you would have, is make sure you sit down, read those FAQs, make sure you train those to your team. They have not changed since our last promo. We keep them consistent so we know the rules at any point in time. But as I said, any questions along the way, do let us know, because we are here to assist you. Now, we have a lot of people in this market working this promo, and opting in gives us the ability for me to be able to sit back and look at, okay, this is the core group of people working this promo. So then I can reach out and, you know, assist in any way we can on making sure that we capitalize our bonuses on these promos. So any questions, as I said, reach out, let us know. Jeunesse tools, our new J Office dashboard and recognition is up. It's been there for a little while now. Make sure that you spend some time going through it. What I love about it is you log onto this page, and on this page, you can go anywhere you need within your business. You can go straight to the shop. You can see what your commission payout's going to be. You can see exactly all of your orders. You can go directly to your wallet from there. It really is just a one-stop dashboard to take you anywhere you need within, so you can see anything for your Jeunesse business. It's really actually quite fun having a click around and look at it all. There's a tools button in the top corner there, which takes you to, it links you to every different tool you could need for building your Jeunesse business. Now, Share Jeunesse is another amazing tool that I touch on every month when we do our corporate updates. But, you know, information is constantly being put up on this site. It really is, you know, your one-stop marketing shop for everything you need. So if you're building your business on social media, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, you know, through WeChat, on LinkedIn, we have all of our very high quality corporate images on here. We have all of our brochures. We have all of our videos that we've had at previous events. So you can go back and look at any training that we've done at Expo 7 or Expo 8 or anything along those lines. It's all stored in this within Share Jeunesse. So We still get an awful lot of questions about, you know, images. What can we use? Can you send me some? So make sure if you haven't taken the time, you go through Share Jeunesse. As I said, some of those training videos from not just our top leaders here in this market, but from top leaders within Jeunesse globally, you know, those videos are invaluable to, you know, learning how to grow your Jeunesse business. So take that time to go through it. The Getting Started app is another amazing tool. This screenshot here just shows you all the little tools that you can go in and download there. So, you know, there's some videos there from Lucy. We all know and love Lucy. So there's some videos there to watch on overcoming objections, how to invite, how to close when you're prospecting, getting started with social media. You know, there's a step-by-step PDF guide there showing that. And then you've got your Getting Started Guide 1, your Getting Started Guide 2, and then your Quick Launch Guide, which are all invaluable tools. And, you know, they really are great when you are bringing new people in, because you do the training with them, you send them to this section and they can download this and get started. And it really is a roadmap to their first 30, 60, 90 days in the business. And, you know, there's goal setting in there. There's how to write your contact list. It talks of making sure what you're doing with prospecting, you can duplicate, talks you through how to build your brand on social media. It really is some amazing tools. So if you haven't taken the time to go through those, make sure you do, along with J Mobile. We touch on this one all the time, but I really love J Mobile. I had the privilege last year of presenting J Mobile on a Direct Selling Australia call, and even some of the other companies on that call were blown away at what our app can actually track and what it can do for your business. So if you don't have J Mobile, make sure you head to the App Store, download that, and down the very bottom on the right hand side there is tutorial videos. It breaks down every section of J Mobile there, so make sure you take the time to watch those. And, you know, it's really a one-stop shop for everything to be able to track, monitor, and build your business. Now, Jay, Buzz, Louise and I were just talking before the call of, you know, the amount of questions we get on, oh, what promos are coming this month? Make sure you read your J-Buzz. J-Buzz, we implemented J-Buzz. We talk about it every month, but it really is designed to try and make your life easier. Sending out so many emails, we know, can get very, very confusing. We don't want to bombard your inbox with so many emails. So every Tuesday and Friday, we send out the J-Buzz. And what the J-Buzz does is it'll give you an update on, it's kind of like a corporate update, but coming to you Tuesday and Friday. So it's all of our promos. It's what's going on at the moment. It's what it links to our social media pages. We highlight blogs. We highlight relevant training, and, you know, it really keeps you up to date. All of our events information are on there. So make sure at least every Tuesday and Friday you log on and check your J-Buzz, because everything you need to know is in that email. Now, our blog site, as I mentioned last month, is one we've been really putting a lot of time and effort in, you know, throughout the end of 2020 and moving into 2021. You know, we really are putting a lot of those blogs up there to assist you in building your business, to look at where businesses are at the moment. There's a lot of blogs on all of our products too, to give you a little bit more in-depth information on those products that you can, you know, then take out to your distributors. So we've got our blog site in English and Chinese, so make sure you head to our local blog site and check those out. Our Facebook is one that we've been talking about for a very long time. All of our event information is kept on Facebook, and we really use our social media platforms to assist you in building your business. You know, there's business tips, there's lifestyle tips, there's product information. All of our blogs also link up here. So it really is, you know, an invaluable tool for information about your business and about our products. We also have the Jeunesse Australasia YouTube channel. I know a lot of you probably follow Jeunesse Global, but the Jeunesse Australasia YouTube channel is the compliant YouTube channel for this market. So what you will see is a lot of the product videos up there. You know that those videos are compliant for our market. There's also all of our local events that we have done, you know, since 2013, 14, through to now have all been recorded. We've broken down those presentations and we have uploaded them all to YouTube. So it is another invaluable tool to go back and, you know, look at training from some of our top leaders throughout the years to really learn, you know, how to take your business to the next level. Now, our Instagram page, looking very pretty there, is we've actually got quite a few new Instagram from a global point of view. This is our local Jeunesse Australasia, works very closely with our blog site and our Facebook page. So it all ties in there. It promotes our promos. It promotes all of our events. There's a lot of product information, lifestyle tips, business building tips on there. So make sure you are following us on Instagram, Jeunesse_Australasia. Some of our newly launched global sites are Jeunesse Global Stars. Now, what this one is all about is it's all about recognition. So every month we look at the rising stars in our markets that are really working hard. They're bringing on new prospects. They're out and about training their team. They're working every promo. And we've had some of our very own local stars, rising stars, go up on our global channel here. So we have had Rebecca, we have had Emily, we have had Linda, and also Ange from New Zealand. So congratulations for appearing on that channel to each and every one of you. Stay tuned to make sure you are following it because you may just see yourself on there. A newly launched one also is the Jeunesse Lifestyle. If you are not following this one is another global channel, but it's all about the Jeunesse Lifestyle, incentive trips, all of our meetings, all product information. It really just showcases what's possible with the Jeunesse Lifestyle. Probably our biggest growing platform at the moment is WeChat. If you are not following us on WeChat, make sure you do. WeChat is effectively everything we bring you on Instagram or Facebook, on our blog site, through our J-Buzz is all in Chinese, and it's all also on our WeChat channel. So make sure you are following us on WeChat there. Events. Whew, it's a big day today. I feel like I've just been talking and talking. So I'm going to hand over to Louise, have a drink, and Louise will take you through, you know, the latter part of the year and all the events we've got coming up. Over to you, Louise.
Thanks, Rachel. Yes, we have Expo Ignite coming up globally. We have a number of events that will be happening for this particular one. Of course, it will be a global kickoff, and then we'll have all our regional events that will be happening. The global kickoff is here from the 8th of September through to the 11th. And that will be live from Las Vegas, and it'll work like last year as well. If it's in the middle of the night and the times don't match up to us, you'll be able to definitely watch a record of everything, and you'll have about a month to watch everything. Of course, our local APAC one, please pop this in your diary, purchase the tickets. It's from the 23rd to the 26th of September. So start planning with your team, even start getting your goals together, what you want to try and achieve maybe by Expo, or what you want to achieve for the rest of the year, and consult with your team, and it will be a great event to do together and work together on all the wonderful speakers and lineup that we will have, of course. More information will be on its way in the coming month, and we'll keep you updated as soon as that information comes to hand.
I'm really excited about this one, Louise, because I think back to our expo in 2020, and initially when we announced we're going to do it virtually, and we were like, how are we going to do a global virtual event, keep people connected and have it be so successful? And to think that we won so many awards for it, we broke records, it was just amazing to see. And knowing that Jeunesse do things bigger and better every year, I am so excited to see how this one is going to play out.
Definitely. I mean, each year it does get bigger and better. So it's going to be amazing to see what the lineup will be. I can't wait to experience with you all soon. So it'd be great. Of course, our incentive trip. I keep on teasing and teasing. I'm going to tease a little bit more. I've just returned from our incentive trip location. It's going to be an exciting one. So
Louise was so excited she got to get on a plane again. I think Louise's favorite thing to do is fly.
Yes, exactly. So you'll be very impressed. You're all going to love it, and it's going to be so much fun, and we're going to have fun together. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is just reconnecting and having a great time. Yes, we had our connection in March for our events, our retreat and convention, but this is another step above that, you know, because it's going to be one where we'll be really able to connect socially and share the love with each other. So we'll let you know where it's going to be, but I've been there and I love it.
And she's teasing again. She loves doing this. This is what she loves to do. But yeah, it is going to be amazing. And what I think is so exciting for us is a lot of these incentives are, you know, they're global incentives or regional incentives. So every other incentive we've been on, we've been there with other countries, which is great. It's great to catch up, but sometimes it gets so busy with, you know, so many people that you miss catching up with your team, or you're late because of missing a bus because there wasn't a seat on this bus. And I think just being our Australasia core group, you know, I think is just going to be amazing, because, you know, we can really spend that time together, connect together as a market, which I think is, you know, so important. So I'm really excited about this one. Yeah. And yes, we know where it is, but we can't tell you yet.
I love it. So of course, we have Dubai that will be happening at some point, but again, with all the restrictions, we're keeping a close eye on everything, and as soon as we've got more information, we'll keep you updated. Sorry, I don't have more at the moment, but we'll certainly be in touch once we do. And of course, we've got still the online Discover Jeunesse events happening. So if you can't make any of the upcoming in-person events that we have in Sydney and perhaps Melbourne, depending on how things are going down there later this month, please do still recommend people to jump on the Jeunesse Live online, where they can select the time of when they're available to watch the presentation. And we have 4 of our top leaders that are there to explain and run through everything for the opportunity for Jeunesse. So please keep that in mind when you can't make it to the in-person events.
Absolutely. I think our event in Sydney, it's up on our Facebook page. The in-person will be the 17th. We've got Melbourne scheduled for the 24th. As we said, we'll play that one by ear. But a lot of the time, if you know, let's say you meet a prospect today, it may not be timely to make them wait to go to an in-person event. So, you know, plugging them into one of these Discover Jeunesse calls is so important to capitalize on that momentum. And then you can get them started on their Getting Started app, get them, you know, going through the information, and then get them along to an in-person event. You know, these are really powerful tool for those people that you need to connect in straight away. So that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for being with us, Louise. Thanks for taking the time to check out the amazing place we'll be heading soon. Stay tuned for that, because we really want to announce it as soon as possible. We're just finalising details. Hopefully very, very soon, within the next fortnight or so, we should be ready to run, fingers crossed, and give you that information. So stay tuned. Thank you again for joining us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you somewhere in the Jeunesse world. Bye.
Bye, everyone.